Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cause. Welcome to another flashback. This comes from many moons ago. I'd say from when I was a teen. Now, keep in mind, I was playing 2K. More specifically, MyCareer. And while doing so, I was doing the game, chilling, nothing special. And then while I was doing that, one of my friends hits me up with an invite to play him head to head. And I'm thinking, alright, I'm not thinking anything of it because mad dudes who play who play 2K with me, whether they're doing their own thing or just doing my career or playing online, they'll send me like one invite and then that's it. So I'm not even thinking anything. Plus, like I said before, I was in the middle of the game, so like I'm not even paying much mind to it. But then he starts spamming invites afterwards. Like 2 seconds later, he is spamming invites, like one after the other, and then in my mind I'm like, hey yo, bro, what? Can you wait a fucking second? Like, I'm in the middle of the game. And the thing is, when it comes to doing my career and you're doing a game, like not in the park, but doing the game, you can literally see freaking what is. You can literally, like, if you go on that person, you can literally see that person is doing my career, because it'll show that it'll show that you're in the middle of the game. It'll show the home team and away team and how much how much points each team has. So he had to have seen that I was in the middle of the game, but still he was spamming invites. And again, I'm like, dude, would you wait a second? For fuck's sake, like, dude, I'm in the middle of the game. I can't join you, because another thing that everyone should know is that once you're in the middle of a game in my career, you can't exit out. Like, you have to complete the game. And if you do exit out, it's gonna take you to the main menu. Like you're not gonna go back to the My Player menu or anything. You have to either complete the game or just do something else. And I wasn't about to exit to the game because if you exit the game, then once you get back into my career, you're gonna have to start the whole game over from the beginning. So eventually, what I do, was that I paused the game, joined his party. I'm like, hey yo, dude, would you give it a break already? I'm in the middle of the game. Like, wait a fucking second, I'll be right there. And I was capping a little because it was like the second quarter, so it was still like I wasn't gonna immediately be right there because I still had to complete the game. Now then, so then eventually I complete the game, and I joined him as promised. To which then, we're doing a head-to-head, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm very peculiar or close-minded when it comes to playing sports games. Like, I will always play, like, when it comes to playing a sports game, if I'm going head-to-head against somebody, I will always, and I repeat, always will choose my favorite team. And And if I can't choose my favorite team, especially in 2K, then I'll choose the historic version of that team. So, needless to say, I chose the Knicks. And you know, my Knicks were going through a pretty rough time, where we were pretty depleted, and you know, a lot of our best players were injured. And I'm pretty sure this was after Melo left. But even still, you know, it was still a very, very rough time for my Knicks. But anyways, you know, so I choose the Knicks, injuries and all. And then he chose the 90s Magic. I don't remember what year. And then while we're playing, he's really confusing me because honestly, I'm thinking he's trolling. So because while we're playing, he's constantly throwing lobs with you know, from Magic to Penny. I mean, from Penny to Shaq. And I'm thinking he's trolling because he's constantly throwing them lobs, and these are like really badly timed lobs because he's trying to toss it from like very bad, from bad spots where Shaq he is like nowhere near in a position to catch the ball, where he's either like right next to Penny while they're at the 3-point line running towards it, or even if they're on their side of the court, freaking Shaq is being guarded, so he's in no position to try and be open for an alley-oop. But even still, like every possession, he's still, you know, doing it. And at first, I thought he was trolling, but then I realized it's serious. And I'm like, you like, this fool gotta be joking. And the reason why I realized that he wasn't joking is because every time, like, once the score started getting out of hand, he was getting frustrated. And I'm like, this fool's serious. And then, you know, normally in a case like this, I'll be talking shit. But, you know, after a couple of years, I stopped talking shit when it came to playing head to head. Even friendly, I stopped talking shit. So then once the game ended, I ain't say nothing. To which then he demanded a rematch, to which I instantly gave it to him. But then, well, what he did was that he chose a different team, in which he chose, I think it was the 70s Lakers. Again, I don't know the exact year. All I know was that freaking Chamberlain, West, and Bailey were all on this team, and I still opted to choose the Knicks. Now, unlike last time, this time, because, you know, I did them, 2 times in a row now, I felt like, capturing this for prosperity, which is why you guys see the proof right there on the screen. And honestly, I still stick by this just because, just because of how he performed. And I still wish Alexei Shved was on the Knicks right now, because during our darkest period, he was balling for us, and it's a shame we didn't keep him. And to make matters even more annoying is that after that, he left the league and went back to Russia. And makes me wonder what could have been if we kept him. And this was before he broke out. So honestly, when I saw this, I thought it was a lame. Like when I first saw his picture, I thought he was lame. Because honestly, because he looked like a fool to me. But he was doing his thing. And he might not have been the fastest guard on the court, but I was still able to break free and dunk with him. It was truly a sight to behold. You know, I'm still in shock just thinking about it. You know, but it was a pleasant shock. Then afterwards, he still wanted another rematch. So again, I was like, you know what? You want to keep going? Let's do it. Like I wasn't gonna, you know, be like I'm done whooping on you. I was enjoying it because, you know, when you win, you know, you're gonna want to keep going because there's no better feeling in the world than winning. You know, so then I face him again. Again, I choose the Knicks, and this time he chose the Celtics, the historic Celtics. And this one had Kuzi and Russell on it. So yeah, but again, and I wish I took a picture of this, but again, the same thing happened. And at that point, he accepted defeat and left me alone. And surprisingly, I thought he was going to kick me out the party. But surprisingly, he didn't. And you know, after that, I was like, yo, good game, bro. And then I left the online and went back to doing my thing on MyCareer. So, with that being said, that's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boy. If y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, Struggle Victim Productions, I am the Hitman Cause. And if you see me coming, run.